Well, it looks like Patrick's missing. Oh, he's cleaning.
Ah, there we go. Hey, my screen went black. I didn't have anything. I didn't know what was going on.
Oh, uh-oh.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year's, our first live stream of 2025. There he is. Hey, Patrick. Unmute.
Yep, I'm here. I'm on mute. I was cleaning.
There we go.
Try to get you the best camera shot of the inside of the laser as possible.
I saw you cleaning it. Wonder how mine looks. Let's see. Mine looks okay, I guess.
Yeah,
so how's
mine's okay,
everybody
I guess,
doing?
too.
I see we've already got 64 comments. We're going to hold off on the comments for just a couple of minutes, get the intros out of the way, talk about what we're going to be doing for tonight. And tonight, mine's pretty easy. The files, by the way, are already down below the video. I hope the other guys put them on their channels. If you're on my channel,
I was going to do that right now.
Okay, if you're on my channel, or I think, Jeremy, you did yours already?
Mine are done.
Mine, Jeremy's, or at the LaserMaker's Room, or at lasermakersroom.com. The files are there to download so you can follow along with us. Mine's going to be very, very simple for tonight. I have a bunch of earrings that I'm doing, and you probably won't be able to see this, but you'll see the file in just a bit. In fact, I can show you the file. So this is the file, and I've got a bunch of Valentine's Day earrings, as you can see there. And we have these files tonight in art libraries, as well as Lightburn templates. So if you're using Lightburn, I didn't get a chance to get the SVGs done, sorry. But hopefully everybody out there is using Lightburn, because that is the best laser software that there is. We're going to hold off on the comments for just a bit. We'll switch to that screen in a few minutes. So if you guys want to chat among yourselves, that's fine. And we'll get to the comments in just a little bit. So Patrick, I really haven't had anything else going on this week because I'm still recovering from my back surgery, spending most of my time, in bed or on the easy chair watching TV. But Patrick, what have you been doing for the last week?
Well, we've had a bunch of snow, so I did the little snow live stream, and if anybody caught that,
I remember that.
let's see. Here's the first two I did.
Oh yeah,
just to do some 3D engraving. Let me see. Let me get this.
Oh, cool.
So the one wasn't near as deep, and the other one went it was about 3 millimeters, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And normal runtime on these. Then I'm going to save the best for last. I haven't shipped these out to Jeff, but they're going to go out. I wanted to save them for the live stream to show them off. Let's see. This one, let's see if you can make that out. It's an image of God with an anchor. You can see that. You can see the bottom of the anchor at the bottom of the coin.
Nice.
It has all the markings on it. And then I did a companion nautical themed pry bar.
Oh, that's cool. I still have that pry bar that you sent me. I need to do that.
So I ran these on that live stream. And then I did a 13-hour engrave on this 90 millimeter coin.
Yeah,
and
that's cool.
Engraved it about 4.5 millimeters deep.
That's cool.
Yeah, I checked in on that a couple of times.
Yeah, you can see how deep that went. So I'm going to take those live streams, splice them together, and then make just one complete 30-minute video on just running this guy. Just
cool.
Because that'll be pretty cool to see. That's the main thing I'm doing. I've done this week because I've had to work a few days. And let's see, I can show my file. Get it on the screen here. I don't have the text yet. Do you have that handy, Rich? Still?
I do, yeah. I put it into the art library.
Cool. I haven't downloaded that yet, so I was getting ready to. Anyway, these are business card sized. So if you have your aluminum business cards, you can run these little frames. And then I've also supplied you some text to put in these frames to make little coupons for Valentine's Day. Then I'll just let Rich pull that text up and show you real quick.
Give me a minute.
Whenever he gets a chance.
Yeah,
So that's about it. Trying to fix a couple 3D printers. My bamboo, I need to replace the filament sensor, and because of all the snow. And then you had Jimmy Carter's Day of Observance. The Postal Service was active, and then they didn't deliver a couple days because of the snow. So basically, I'm down one printer, but then I was working on my Ender 3V2 and actually got it running with the help of TH3D. So if you haven't heard of TH3D, check them out. T as in Tom, H3D, small business 3D printing company. They sell lots of accessories and upgraded parts for printers.
Okay, I'll jump over. Let me jump over into mine. Let me jump into mine real quick, and I will show you Patrick's file. This is the text that goes along with his file right here. And you can't really copy the text from here, but if you watched my video last week on editing text, all you have to do is right-click on this text, come over here to edit text shape, and now you can copy anything that you want out of here. Just like that. So in Patrick's file, this is the file he showed you in the art library a moment ago, and this is the text. You just double click one or both of these to get them out onto the screen, and then you'll be able to right click on this and edit the text.
And I have updated my channel, and LMR will have the link in it in just a moment, as soon as I click save.
Okay.
Yeah, just to address one or two things in the chat, my screen is blacked out half the time, and I got like lightning bolts bouncing across here. So I don't know what's going on with this Eve Mux tonight, but if I'm not paying attention, it's not my fault because I can't see anything.
I don't see anything happening to your screen.
Yeah, it's literally a lightning storm.
Really?
Like in the background right now, and then the fire is just bouncing all over my screen.
Wow.
So
yep. Yeah, and Rich's camera, it was blurry before the stream, and he did a couple things to try to fix it. It's still
blurry?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what to say. I do know that there are two kids streaming video games here right now in the house. So, plus my wife is watching movies. But
thank you for your feathers.
Oh, I did something fun last week. I took the family, my kids, to their first NFL game. We went and saw the Steelers play in Pittsburgh. I'm about an hour, 45 minutes south of Pittsburgh.
Cool.
So that was fun. And the Steelers are playing tonight. Again.
Oh.
Sucks that they lost, but we had a good time. It was cold, though. Glad I had heated socks, heated vest, heated gloves, and those slap-on body warmers.
Yeah.
I had like 4 of those on.
I'm gonna.
I think it was.
I'm just gonna switch over to the comments so that we can see it. I don't know. Everything looks clear on my side here. Jeremy, I don't see anything wrong with yours.
Somebody just said
Jeremy, no problem.
HDMI cable in the comments, and I don't know. I wiggled it, and it seems to be better now. So thank you. I didn't even think about that.
Okay. All right. So now that we've got the
should I show my project tonight or not?
What's that?
Should I show my project yet or not?
Oh, yeah.
No.
We forgot about you.
It's a secret.
That's okay.
Yours is a secret. Okay, Jerry.
I'm just here for the food.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I don't know what's going on. It's back to doing its thing. But this right here, little planter, and put your little succulent plants in there. And see what these little black dots are? Yeah, those are supposed to have holes in it. I missed it. And you will see that in the video that I put up on YouTube last week that I missed that. Well, it's fixed now for you guys. Here's the second one that's in the file. The tonight's file. Third of what I did on my video. So tonight, because of Valentine's Day, I'm giving. Also in my is the link to Amazon for these little things, so you can order those up. I don't have an affiliate; it's just a link, so no pressure. If you want them, do it.
Great.
And yeah, that's what I'm doing. Also, while you've got, I can't see nothing. Hold on, let me check my cord again. There we go.
You look good to me.
So, yeah, I can't. It's something's going on with my cord. I have finally got.
Oh yeah, I like that one.
Railroad spike out in the shop, and I decided to make a hanger for it.
That's a nice looking railroad spike.
Detroit Lions are on a freight train headed for the Super Bowl, so I figured I would make something special for it. Little adapters there. And I'm going to hang it on the wall back here. This video of me making this thing here is going to be out Monday.
Okay, cool.
And if you guys missed the live stream on where that guy made that train, you have to go back and rewatch that. That's on my channel somewhere. Jeremy challenged me to put a train on a railroad spike.
You're welcome, Larry. Larry's saying he appreciates the show notes in my file. Okay, let's see. I'm going to get, you guys can keep an eye on this, or we'll just do what we do. I'm going to get my laser started. I think I'm going to mute the my microphone right now, because when I start up my smoke extractor, it makes all kinds of squealing noises until it equalizes. So I'll be right back.
All the file that has all three of these planters is on my website, and if you watch that video, in the description is the link to that file. If anybody's interested to help support the channel, that'd be cool.
Very cool.
Thank you, Richard. Appreciate that.
So I put in some, some romantic little sayings for your coupon cards and some funny ones, and hopefully you guys like them. Hopefully. No, we won't. Okay. All right. I'm getting one of those texts, lines of text ready to put on the card now. Control of the TV remote for an evening. Let's see. Actually, Pittsburgh Dave. Oh, crap. I didn't mean to do that. Hold on. Let this thing... I was going to show Pittsburgh Dave. We can check in on the Steelers every little bit. I've got it playing on my other screen here on Amazon. So we can check that out every little bit. Yeah.
Hello, Corey from Ecuador.
Okay, I'm going to unmute my microphone now. Hopefully that's not too loud.
Doesn't sound too bad at all, Rich.
It's loud in here, though.
I think the noise reduction's doing a pretty good job.
Yeah. Well, let's see. I'm going to switch over back to Lightburn. And these are all of the earrings. I don't know what this circle is. This is not in the file. And let me just come back in full screen. So these are all the earrings that you're going to get in this Lightburn art library, which is right over here. It's all in one group. And these that you see that are blank are backers if you want to do 2 layers. So you see each one of these has a blank backer. And that's the ones that are on the left side. This one here's another blank here, another blank here, and another one over here. So I think for tonight, I already did the love one earlier. I think I'll do this one right here. Just gonna do one, and pretty much what I do is I press Control and the letter D to duplicate it, and then just bring it out on the workbed like that, so I don't mess up the ones that are there. But you'll always have them in the art library anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And I'm just gonna go ahead and get this started. Now, I don't have any material in here right now because most of it's at the other shop. But I am going to use a piece of LaserMATIC from JP Plus. So that's a plastic. And let's see, I think it's called Romark LaserMATIC. It's at jpplus.com. That's what I'm going to use. So let me frame this and see if it's in the right place, because I already did a test run on this earlier with the love earring.
My goal for you guys is to do some aluminum business cards on at least 3 different lasers.
Ooh.
I'm going to do fiber, UV, and the LaserMATIC for sure.
George, the name of the software is EV Mux.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't help it, Jesse. I already restarted my router and everything else. That's the best we're
It
going to
looks
get.
like it's cleared. Looks like it's cleared up a little bit.
Now he just
Yeah, it
commented. All right. Well, I'm just going to hit start on mine just to get this one done. I was going to do a camo box. I mean, ammo box. Camo box. That's funny. I was going to do an ammo box tonight, but I don't really feel like firing up. I have something else on top of the fiber right now, so I didn't want to fire that up. But there it goes. This won't take long. This is only 2mm plastic. I wish I had. Oh, I do have a piece of wood here. I could have done this on wood, but there you can see all that smoke from the plastic. Yeah, I do see the camera like fading out there.
Patrick, what laser is that you're using on that card right now?
The 60 watt.
It's the fiber. Okay. Yep.
GPT fiber. Yeah. And I had the wrong setting selected, which is no big deal because I needed to test this graphic out anyway. So I burned the one, but I hadn't burned the second one. There we go. Now we'll do the back.
You got it.
Actually, let me do the closer card. I've got 2 of them set up.
Cool. Now, that's not acrylic, is it? That's a plastic of some sort?
It's plastic.
Okay. Yeah, I am watching the chat go by just so I can address immediate stuff.
Okay.
Like simple little questions here and there.
I have some Romark that's 1/8 inch thick. Would that work well for those earrings? Probably not. You know, you want these earrings to be as thin as possible. There's the final result. You just go ahead and put the hoop on there. I probably wouldn't have used this at all, except I forgot I do have one piece of wood here that I can run an earring on that I've used before. Does pass-through only apply to dither images, or would that also be used in? Yeah, so I use it in everything. Some people say it's only in grayscale and dither, but I've found that when you import an image into Lightburn, if you don't put it into pass-through, it changes it. So I know that for sure, no matter what mode it was created in. So a lot of people use that online website ImageR, and if you do something like in a format other than grayscale or dither, Lightburn screws that up. Creality sent me a sample pack of laser material. Now I just need a laser. I bet you if you contact them, say thank you for the sample pack, and
Yeah, where's the laser? How am I supposed to use
yeah,
this
send
stuff?
me a laser now. They probably will. Bill says it must be cold outside for you to wear a jacket. It is. Let me get at full screen here. It
So
is
I've got.
40. Yeah, it's freezing cold. 48 degrees.
I've been
Oh,
doing
wow.
earrings too.
I wish it was 48 degrees here.
Somebody was asking about paint. This is Lion's Honolulu Blue, and I just painted a sheet of plywood and cut a bunch of these out, and then put triple thick coat on them, so they're solid on the back. And
Yep.
got Jared Goff's number on that one, and I got a couple other ones. I think I don't know, a couple of the running backs and the tight end guy. That I'm not a big football dude, so but I had a request for those, so that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
Today.
So talking about the, I see somebody talking to V. Most laser fumes are bad. Yeah, my rule is that if you can smell it, it's bad for you. So, oh, I just realized I do have somewhere around here.
It's on page 2. If you go to my video and where the planter boxes are, in the description is the link to the file. Just click on that link; it should take you right there.
I've been doing these. I have a whole box of these that I've been doing my business cards. So there's one side of it on the 20-watt Racus. What is wrong with this camera? That's one side, and that's the other. Gotta love it. $700 camera that's supposed to be for presenting products, and it will not focus. How do you like that? Wow. I am really upset with Sony. Maybe if I get my head out of the way. There we go. And I don't even know if you can see the little tiny little Lightburn logo down there. Anyway, this is what I did yesterday. Getting these cards ready for the March 6th. So we'll be making an announcement within the next 4 or 5 days about March 6th. All right, hang on. Let's do Patrick first.
There's my first card.
Valentine's gift card.
Yep.
Oh, hey, that's a good
That's
idea.
the one that my wife wants.
Put them on aluminum.
Yeah, fancy business card. And here's the second one running right now. Let me switch you over to that one.
Cool.
So that's the other graphic, and then it'll run the text that you.
Yeah, I fired up the old Racus 20-watt yesterday. I was going to do that ammo case today, but right now I have something on top of it that I don't want to move. All right, Jeremy.
Oh, yes.
You're on.
Bob asked a question if I painted these first. I do. And then I have a setting that I worked all the way from, I don't know, what was it? 70 power all the way down to like 28, I believe. And then that's what gets the blue not down to the wood, but turns it white. I don't know how it did it, but I'm happy with it. So I'm trying to keep it from flipping. There you go.
Yep. Pre-painted wood is always the
Yep.
best thing to use.
This is my local Ace Hardware store. The paint lady was very kind. On her lunch break, she went home, grabbed her own personal Detroit Lions stuff, brought it back, scanned it in for the color for me.
I can show you real quick what's on that. That's what's on my fiber right now.
Oh, the sign, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fine.
So we have March 6th, we're launching a new product for Rolly Automation here in New Orleans. And Dimitri, the tech support for Rolly Automation, will be here. Leo will be here, the owner of the company. And so will Patrick. And I'll be making an announcement on my channel. And we're also going to have 12 live studio audience participants. So when I make that announcement, there'll be a link to a form you can fill out if you'd like to come and participate in the studio audience.
I'm trying to get down there. I'm trying to work it out. I didn't tell anybody yet, but I'm trying.
I'm going to actually put that piece of wood on here.
I'm hoping this turns out. I'm trying not to engrave through this red so it has more of an embossed look. And then I'm going to engrave through the red for the text. That's the goal anyway.
George. Yeah, George asked what paint I was using. And it's just, they covered up the label, obviously. Why wouldn't they? But it's just Benjamin Moore. And it's just a sample. And it was like $6. And it's enough to do like a dozen or more sheets of plywood. So I just put it on with a foam roller, let it dry. Seems to go on thick enough.
Being that I have the laser fired up, I may as well do one of these earrings on the, or maybe a couple of them on the wood.
March 6th, right? Rich?
March 6th, that's correct.
Somebody said Richard. No, not a 3D printer.
All
Look
right.
at that.
Let's see. Can you make me full screen?
Hang on one second. I'm not on
not working. All right. I tried something to go with like an embossed look. So just very lightly taking off the paint. Getting a little texture behind. But you can obviously finish them how you want them, but just wanted to give some options.
Cool. All right, let me see if I can get this set up in the right place. I just framed it, and the laser grabbed a hold of the magnet that was holding it down. That's weird. That looks good right about there.
And I'm going to do just a regular engraving thing.
Thanks, Chuck. Appreciate it.
So this will turn out white.
It's a nice thing about having a jig is that you could always take it off and put it right back on again.
Yep.
Now that's okay, Charles. Gotta listen to the boss. Andy, no. The price is not. Leo doesn't know the price yet because he hasn't actually sourced all of the final materials with the upgrades. So right now he's only got 3 prototypes built. So the final price is going to be determined by the suppliers, and those suppliers are about to take like a week and a half off for their New Year. So even Leo doesn't know what the final price is going to be.
Yeah, George, hope you saw that. I don't put anything on the back.
By the way, that's the laser that's launching is not the Mark III. It's a brand new laser.
Yep, it would technically be Mark 1,
Yes.
but since it's the first iteration, it'll just be called GalvaMATIC.
Right, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Then when there's a second version of the GalvaMATIC, it'll be GalvaMATIC MK2.
That's right. Well, I think that's going to be a long ways off the Mark II.
Yeah. I'm just trying to reiterate the numbering scheme, I guess, model number scheme.
Right.
All right, my wood projects are finished.
Let's see there, that one's white. And then as opposed to the embossed look. So 1 and 2. So 2 different looks, exact same card.
Which fiber laser? Get a Hoshian 50 watt.
Yeah, go. I'll put a link in the chat, and if you're interested in a fiber laser, you can reach out to me. Just give me an email or shoot me an email.
Let's see how I can do this, because my other camera is not going to focus. This one is a.
Meepa likes that mo better.
This one is a real good.
All right. How about a blue one? Oops, it's going down.
Here we go with the stupid USBs again. My audio still on?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, let me switch over to this camera and I'll show you what I've done. I just ran the wood files. So this is the love earring, and you can put a backer on here if you want. So that's one, and then I did the little hearts. 3 little hearts. And this one seems to be Margaret's favorite, the girl that sells them at the flea market. She sells the most of these, the little love. It's kind of hard to see with my fingers.
Yeah, those are cool. When I sell mine, the more intricate and delicate they are, the more people want them.
There you go. And then these are the 2 Romark ones that I did. There. So that's all 5 of those. I know this camera focuses. That's why I switched over to that one. March 6th will be the live. Yes, Kevin. Yep. Everybody will be here for March 6th. You're welcome,
So
Ken.
the reason George was asking me a question earlier, the reason why I don't put these on the back is because I hold my material up off my Honeycomb so that I don't get flashback.
Yep.
And when they drop down, they just land, and you can't put them back in there to line them back up because you got to pick the plywood up to move it.
I printed some of those myself a long time ago. In fact, I sell these in my online store. These, you put a standard size magnet in the bottom. Actually, I should go to the other camera. So these are my standoffs. You put a magnet in the bottom, and this part is flexible. So you can fit anywhere from 2 millimeter to 6 millimeter wood, and it flexes. So it's right now set for 2 millimeter wood, but if you put in 6 millimeter wood, there's a stop right there. See it? And it'll stop it right at the beginning. You put 4 of these down, and it'll keep it off the honeycomb.
I've lost my focus stick for my UV laser. Good.
Larry saying, have I ever cut earrings in leather? No. But I would guess if you get that really, really thin leather, I would cut them in wood and then do the earring in leather and glue it to the wood. Like, you know, you can buy those little 1.5 millimeter squares of wood on Amazon. Rich, still blurry. Yeah, I think is everybody else blurry or is it just me?
It's just you right now. And it is Eve Mux doing whatever it's doing, because I'll get off and go into any other of my internet browsers and it doesn't do the flicker. So it hasn't stopped for me.
So
I can't believe I'm not having issues today.
Kevin says, tell us what you're able to about the MK3. The MK3 is not being discussed right now. It's an all new machine that's going to be on March 6th, and that's a GalvoMATIC.
GalvoMATIC.
GalvoMATIC, yes. In fact, I have the LED sign over there for the other shop for when we do the launch. And there's not much that we can tell you about it. It's going to be a Galvo head, so it's going to be much, much faster than any diode laser on the market. And yeah, there's not much.
It's cutting out. Yeah, if you want to see the preview video of doing a little thing, Leo put it up over on the Rurally Automation Facebook page.
I'll have an announcement next week with the date and time, and I'll have the preview video in there. So keep an eye on the channel, and I'll have more details about it at that time as well. Leo put the preview up without any details, so a lot of people asking questions about it. But hopefully he'll have all the answers that I've sent him questions on. We just had the meeting Monday night, and you know, to try and get everything arranged. It's kind of hard right now because it falls during Mardi Gras week, so it's a really tough thing to organize. In fact, we just got the hotel locked in for a block of rooms, but of course they're charging 3 times what they would normally charge because it's Mardi Gras season.
Oh, of course they will.
I got to turn this off, get rid of the noise in here.
I have no idea where my focal stick is. No clue.
Mine's in the other shop. I know that. Okay, let's see. I think it's your band, Eric. It's definitely not my bandwidth. I have the highest fiber, the 5 gig fiber, so it's definitely not my bandwidth. In fact, I rebooted my router, my computer, everything before the live stream. It's the software. So the resources that it's giving out is coming over the internet. And unfortunately, sometimes I've heard people complain in the support group, you know, that they don't get enough bandwidth. So I don't know. We have the most expensive account and we're still not getting the bandwidth. So to talk a little more about the GalvoMATIC, what it does is it takes a Lightburn file and it cuts it up into 100 millimeter squares, and the gantry like hardly moves. So the gantry will go to the first position, and then it'll use the Galvo to do that that square, and then it stitches everything together across the wood. When that one's finished, it moves to the next square, stitches sort of like print and cut. It goes and stitches that one together, and then when everything's all finished engraving, a little arm will drop down, and that it'll be a direct vertical beam, and that'll be for cutting, and the air assist will turn on. So really interesting machine, first of its kind on the market. Yeah, I do have gremlins, V. In fact, Patrick can attest to that.
Me too.
I can.
I was on the phone with Patrick, and I forget what it was. Oh, it was a international power converter, and I had just gotten it from in the house, and I went to show it. I got up from my chair and went over to the table where I put it, and went to show Patrick, and it was gone. And so I went out to my truck where I had one in the glove box, and I got that one and brought it back in, which is completely different color. It's black. And wouldn't you know, I even showed Patrick on camera, there it was right on the table where it wasn't before when I went to show him the original one. So now I had two of them. So yeah, those gremlins love this shop for some reason. I don't know why.
All right, folks, I've got the UV laser set up now. So this is going to run on the UV laser.
Oh,
it's a
cool.
5-watt UV by HTL laser.
Yeah, and my upload speed is a gig. I have 1 gig upload, 5 gig down. All right, there we go.
Hey, Woodworker Gene, Jim. Welcome.
UV lasers are quite versatile. They're great for glass and plastic. But they'll also do metal, aluminum.
Yeah, if you can afford a
leatherette.
UV is like the all-around laser that can do almost everything.
Mm-hmm. Chuck, the quick
Use
answer is watch
UV
my
lasers.
video and it explains it.
Those of you that have contacts, they use UV lasers to engrave contacts with the markings on them.
Jeremy, what'd you say? You both talked over
Chuck asked me what all the extra stuff in the box was, and I said,
see
watch the video. There's an explanation in there why it's in there. Take too long to do it right now.
George, a UV laser is ultraviolet light. So it operates on a low frequency, like 350 megahertz. And as opposed to like a CO2, which is like 1024 range, somewhere in there, or a diode laser, which is 455. The UV is way down on the spectrum, and you can get some really incredible engravings. It has a very, very, very small spot size, like 0.008 or something like that.
Like 0.002, something in there.
It's really small spot size.
And it's where the wavelength is so short in the 355, 400, it's a cold marking process.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it actually is
no, Dale, you don't have to.
Yeah. So what cold marking means is that let's say that if you do glass on a CO2 laser, what you're doing is fracturing the glass. And if you use the UV at such a low frequency, it just changes the properties of the glass. It doesn't fracture the glass at all.
Also, if you're going to use it with leather, it doesn't smell and it doesn't char the leather either.
Has anyone engraved stuff for visually impaired? George, it doesn't char, and you can actually cut glass with a UV laser. So it cuts, but not as well. Just keep in mind, most people are going to only be able to afford. You can get a 10 watt or a 15 watt, but as you go up 5 watts in power, you're doubling the price. So, 5,000,
they get expensive.
10,000, 15,000. So,
the 10 and 15 watts are water cooled, or the 5 watts and air cooled.
Exactly. Yeah.
Shell Hopper, you talking about Braille? I've done not for the hearing impaired. I just did 35 bookmarks with the sign language for everybody's names and then stuff on the back, so that they had to search through and find their own name according to the sign language. So I just did some of those for a class. That was pretty fun.
Jeffrey, I've never had a problem with this with my bandwidth. So the issue is with the software that we're streaming from. I mean, I've streamed from the software before. It's always been crystal clear. And we have 3 routers. We have a mesh after the AT&T router.
UV lasers are more for surface engraving and color marking.
Nancy is asking your opinion on the Com Marker Omni 1, Patrick.
I think that's the new one that everybody in the community is pushing.
Yeah. I would just say that, Com Marker is a low-end brand. I don't know what source they're using or anything like that. Carl is asking, will UV laser deep engrave a brass coin? Not the affordable ones. I guess maybe if you spent days doing it, but the affordable ones are only 5 watts. Braille or perhaps just plain text, trying to get ideas. Well, you can do Braille easily if you have.
It doesn't. That
You
Com
can-
marker isn't saying what source is in it.
Yeah, I thought I saw something like a Max source or something. I don't remember. I saw a video on it about a month ago.
There's a couple of fonts on defont.com
Yeah, you can get
that
Braille.
have Braille
Yeah,
that you can download.
yeah. There's quite a few Braille fonts out there.
Yeah.
And then what you would do is you would engrave the
Okay,
background.
the Com marker is a 5 watt.
Yeah, yeah. Kyle says 20 items doing what? You'd have to be streaming like 100 8K video. Yeah. My upload speed is it's 2 gigs. 2 gigs is the upload speed on the fiber. But I don't have any connection problems. It's the software, like I said. We're streaming through a remote server. So, and it's a popular night to stream. Everyone's talking about UV right now. Not my thing, not my budget. Yeah, it's not going to be in a lot of people's budget. So,
I got my fiber laser 4 years ago, and I didn't hear nothing about UV until probably 2 years ago.
Yeah, well, it
2.5
hasn't really
years ago, and there was
hasn't really
very
become
little out there.
Hasn't become popular
Looking for-
until lately.
Yeah, I'm looking for the prices have came down compared to what they used to be. They're
Yeah.
not cheap, but
Yeah, because you got a lot of these low end factories that are getting into the market because they see it selling. So,
One thing I will say,
I would recommend HTL for your UV laser. That's what I have.
absolutely, that's a high quality manufacturer.
That's what
I've
I have.
watched
Some of the
four-
I have a CO2 and a UV right there.
Yep.
Kevin, we have no idea when the Mark III is going to be available. The Mark III probably won't be available until the end of the year. Right now, they're working on the GalvaMatic, so that's the one that's going to launch in. Who was just trying to show something?
Me.
Oh,
Patrick.
sorry.
That's all right.
Me who?
So there's that business card with the UV.
cool. I like that one.
And I think
I watched 4 videos on YouTube recently about that Com marker UV that they got out, and every one of them are having problems
yeah,
with it not producing the size work area
yes,
that
Yeah.
it says it will. That's
Yeah.
the only one that I've watched videos on that says that they're having issues with that right
yeah.
now.
Everybody that does it, they get these 150 beds, and for some reason, I think it's the lens. They're using what they call the 150 lens, and it only reaches out to about 130. So there's like that 20 millimeters all around the outside where it's not a true 150.
Yeah, they're
Oh
getting
wow,
dead zones and corners and stuff where they're not getting
Yeah,
any marking at
all the
all.
way around the outside. Yeah, all the way
Yep.
around on the com marker.
that's not good. Yeah, I've had this one for a year and a half or so, and I haven't had any issues with it. And it's the one I've used to, it engraves bone, it engraves glass. I've done a lot of videos on it.
So just to clarify, you wouldn't buy a UV to do what Patrick just did. You can do that. I can do that faster on a Racus 20-watt budget machine
Mm-hmm.
than he can do it on the UV. But he's just showing the versatility of it.
Yeah, I was just wanting to show a business card on 3 different wavelengths of lasers.
Okay, I was thinking I would have to cut the background, not the dot. Yeah, you would just do a relief engraving. I was also wondering about tactile recognition of plain text, how deep it would have to be, or font size. So I couldn't answer that. Probably your best bet would be to contact the federal government has a something Institute for the Blind. I can't remember the exact name of it, but I'm sure if you search Institute for the Blind, you can call any one of them that pops up and ask them those questions. I don't. That's not something that we can answer, but I can tell you that from the ones that I've seen on the restrooms in the government buildings here, it looks like the braille sticks up about 1.5 millimeters or 2 millimeters. What thickness of material did I use for the earrings? I believe the acrylic is 1.74. Here we go with that USB again. Is my mic still on?
Yep.
Okay, good.
We still hear you.
Yeah, the acrylic is 1.74. And the wood is how I usually make these. So I make these for a person that sells them in a flea market. And this is the wood from her job. It's 2.97, so 3 millimeter nominal wood. And they're just the perfect weight for earrings. When the wind blows, they'll move around and stuff like that. But I would never personally go over 3 millimeters for earrings. And that would be a nice thing for the UV laser. Lowe's has this pane glass that you can get cut to size, and you can get and it's like 1.5 millimeters thick. And I can just imagine making earrings with the UV laser on that pane glass, because not only does it cut the glass, but it polishes the edge as well, so you won't get cut on it. Home Zero CNC says, are you finding the need for the disclaimer in the notes of your files? Well, the reason I put that in there is because I'll get a ton of questions about, people just ask me, is it okay if I make and sell your files commercially? So I try and answer the questions before I get them. I get probably close to 600 emails a week or more, and messages and text messages and everything else. And it's just easier to try and answer those questions first. Plus, I want people to know that any electronic file that I make is copyright, so you can't share the file with other people. Kevin says, yeah, I keep calling it Mark III, but I guess it's the Galvamatic. I actually corrected Leo on Monday night in our meeting. With Patrick was there. We got to stop saying Mark III. This is not the Mark III. The Mark III is way off in the future.
Right.
He's got to get the Galvamatic finished, and that's got to get ready for production and ready for shipping before he focuses back on the Mark III. And he did just hire an engineer to focus on that, by the way.
All right, you're going to see how well
the UV Pyide.
Yep. You see how well I framed this up in a hurry.
That's okay.
I'm going to run a business card on the LaserMATIC, so the diode will be the final.
LaserMATIC does them really nice. For the double layer earrings, use 1.5 thickness. So I think I do have a piece of that right here.
Dang it, I don't remember the setting for the business cards. For some reason, my libraries are all messed up.
And I do. So let's see what this is. This is the wood that I use for earrings, double-sided. It is 1.74 millimeters. And these I get at Lowe's. And I think there's either 75 or 100 to a pack, and they're really super cheap. The UV module from Rolly will cut. No, Rolly doesn't have a UV module. Rolly has a 1064. It's an IR infrared module. It will not cut glass. Is that finished already?
No.
What'd you do?
Oh, I was just trying to double check this settings.
Look like craft sticks,
I didn't
right?
have it framed up very well either.
Yeah, these are craft sticks, but they come from Lowe's. They're not called, I don't know what they're called. Let me go take a look.
Popsicle sticks, tongue depressors.
Actually, I was wrong. You only get 30. That's why they're so cheap. So these are called 30 pack of paint sticks. Quart paint sticks is what these are from Lowe's.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So
how thick are they?
1.74 millimeters. But they're perfect for earrings. I'll show you. Well, for these earrings anyway. I do all the small earrings on this. Let's see. It's about half the size. See it? And I don't know why this looks different on camera, because I usually get two. No, I get two of these out of each earring. Yeah, two of the thin ones out of each stick. I think I get 6 altogether. 2, 4. Yep, 6 altogether out of one stick. But this is the same wood as the basswood that you can buy on Amazon. So you could buy the little 4x4 or 8x10 sheets of basswood, and they call it 2 millimeter. It's actually 1.75. It's the same thickness as this.
Home Zero, go to jtech.com and look at their. It's the same orange as on the LaserMATIC, I believe.
Yeah, Greg, we can only see the comments from all of the channels, like in this size.
I don't have comments on my screen at all. I have to have them on the side over here.
What did they measure? Well, I'm talking about from all of the different channels that were broadcast.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, yeah. EV Mux did that to me last week, where I couldn't see the comments. They were there. Everybody could see them, but I couldn't see them. So I had to use the side screen.
Okay, so the measurements on this stick is 25 millimeters wide, and it is larger than my caliper, so about 175 long, 25 by 175. Living in an apartment makes it challenging. I've had to move my lasers from office bedroom since the window faces an open field. Yeah, I have this uh, micro air filter from Pat Technologies. It's called the Filter Box Micro, and it doesn't send air anywhere. It filters the air in the room. And I can tell you that I cut that row mark earlier, and you couldn't smell a thing. It's it's one of the only air purifiers. They're expensive. It's like $1,400, but it's one of the only ones that will filter